Events sometimes move fast here, and I had prepared a different video for today, but after all the shenanigans on Wednesday, I feel I have to make some kind of comment. After all, it made the BBC News in the UK, and I imagine some other countries too, so viewers will probably want to know what's going on. So here's the latest news and views in English from Buenos Aires. I can't wait to read your comments. Wednesday was the latest round of Senate debates in the ever-ongoing saga of the Ley de Bases, or Omnibus Bill as it's more colloquially known. While the senators debated in the chamber, a large angry mob began to fill the Plaza Congreso outside. I think it all started fairly peacefully with a lot of flag waving and shouting, but as the day wore on, things turned ugly, very ugly. The crowd was made up of assorted groups from trade unions, social movements, piqueteros and more general troublemakers. The Omnibus Bill, if passed, will remove a lot of workers' rights, and understandably people are scared. And the recent movements against corruption in soup kitchens and welfare plans threatens to derail the gravy train that the social movement's leaders have been riding for so long, and they won't let that happen without a fight. Fights broke out with the heavy police presence, police firing rubber bullets and tear gas, and rioters ripping up paving stones and smashing up street furniture to get rocks to throw at the police. Some shops had their windows smashed in, and a couple of cars were turned over and set on fire. Rioters also threw Molotov cocktails, and one apparently was found with a grenade, although that still has to be confirmed. All this was broadcast live on TV, and by the look of it, there were almost as many journalists as rioters. TV footage can sometimes be very confusing. Point the camera one way and there's water cannons spraying an angry mob. Turn around and you've got people going to the supermarket. It can all get conveniently deceptive. On the TV I saw buses full of commuters waiting patiently for the police line to get out of the way, bicycle delivery riders going about their business, and even a young woman in a cafe sipping her drink and reading a book, while the police and rioters apparently faced off against each other outside the window. President Milei and Security Minister Bullrich denounced the violence as an attempted coup d'etat, which I think was rather an exaggeration. A pretty nasty riot certainly, but hardly an armed uprising. The Omnibus Bill is a major part of President Milei's attempt to reform the economy. Originally included over 600 articles, hence the name Omnibus Bill, but various failed attempts to get it through Congress and the Senate have seen the bill trimmed down to about half its original size. It includes reforms of tax and labour laws, preparation for privatisation of many state-owned companies, and handing over some emergency powers to the President. The bill has been bouncing back and forth between the two chambers since it was first introduced in early January. It's got up as far as the Senate once before, but was knocked back. This time there was a mammoth 12-hour debate and then a vote, which tied at 36 votes each, for and against. The Speaker of the Senate gets to vote in case of a tie, and since the Speaker is also the Vice President, Victoria Villarruel, the bill was passed. Of course, this isn't the end of the story just yet. The bill now goes back to Congress for a final vote, which isn't a sure thing. La Libertad Avanza, Milei's party, only has a tiny presence in both houses, so to pass the final stage it will still need some horse trading. For Milei this is a big win, but not victory just yet. As a small aside, the latest figures for inflation were released today. Both the monthly and annual figures were down. It seems like Milei and Caputo's austerity drive might be achieving the desired results. Although lower inflation figures simply means prices rising more slowly, but still rising, and at 276%, still rising pretty fast. Still, it should give Milei something to smile about this weekend in Italy. Thanks for watching. If you like this latest video, please give it a like. And if you're not already subscribed but want to see more content like this, just click on the button. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. And until next time, que tengas un buen día.